हेलो फ्रेंड्स, वेलकम ऑल ऑफ़ यू इन माय यूट्यूब चैनल रुद्रा स्टडी सर्कल। मेरे यूट्यूब चैनल रुद्रा स्टडी सर्कल में आप लोगों का स्वागत है। इन दिस वीडियो आई एम गोइंग टू एक्सप्लेन गॉस सीडल इटरेशन मेथड। सो दिस इज a numerical technique, numerical method to solve the system of linear equation. So let us see first working procedure, then we'll go with one example. Let us have this a11 x1 plus a12 x2 plus a13 x3 equal to b1. This is the first linear equation. a21 x1 plus a22 x2 plus a23 x3 equal to b2, and a31 x1 plus a32 x2 plus a33 x3 equal to b3. So here we have three equations and three unknown. Okay, so how to proceed with this Gauss-Seidel method? What we do, from the first equation we'll find out the x1. So we can write x1 equal to 1 upon a11 and b1 minus a12 x2 minus a13 x3. From the second equation we'll get the x2. So x2 equal to 1 upon a22 and b2 minus a21 x1 a23 x3. Fine. From third equation we'll get x3 equal to 1 upon a33 and b3 minus a31 x1 minus a32 x2. So from the first equation we got the x1, from the second equation we got the x2, from the third equation we got the x3. Now based on this we'll write the iterative formula, Gauss-Seidel iterative formula. Now let me write the iterative formula. So we can write x1 k plus 1 equal to 1 upon a11 b1 minus a12 x2k minus a13 x3k. So here k is the number of iteration. Okay, now we'll find out the x2 k plus 1. So for x2 k plus 1 we use the updated value of x1. So here we can have x1 k and x1 k plus 1. So we use the updated value of x1. So that will be 1 upon a22 and b2 minus a21 x1 k plus 1 minus a23, and for x3 we don't have updated value, we have x3k only, right? Okay, now third one, for x3k plus 1 it will be 1 upon a33, and now for x3 we have x1k plus 1, we have x2k plus 1. So we use the updated value of x1 and x2. So we can write b3 minus a31 x1 k plus 1 minus a32 x2 k plus 1. So Gauss-Seidel, in Gauss-Seidel method we use the updated value of the variables. Okay, now for the first iteration k equal to 0. So if you k equal to 0, so we have x1 1 and x2 0, x3 0. So the initial guess for this method, we need x2 0 and x3 0. So these are the initial guess for this method. So we can write for k equal to x1 1. The value of x1 for the first iteration will be 1 upon a11 and b1 minus a12 x20 minus a13 x3 0. Fine. Now for x21, so we have x1 1, updated value of x1, so we'll have 1 upon a22 and b2 minus a21 x1 1 minus a23 x3 0. Now for x3 we have the updated value of x1 and x2, so we can write x31 equal to 1 upon a33 b3 minus a31 x1 minus a32 x2. So this is the formula for the first iteration. Okay, similarly we can proceed for second and third. Now let us see one example. So before going to example of that Gauss-Seidel method, first we'll see what is the condition of convergence of this method, because this is a one numerical iterative method, so it should converge the solution. So what is the condition for convergence of this method? So we have a diagonally dominant property. The system of equation should satisfy the diagonally dominant property. What is that? The diagonal dominant property is this is the condition of convergence of Gauss-Seidel method. So if you write the square matrix for the system of equation a11, a12, a13, a21, a22, a23, a31, a32, a3, x1, x2, x3 equal to b1, b2, b3. So this was the system of equation. So this coefficient matrix A should be diagonally dominant matrix. It should be diagonally dominant matrix. So what is diagonally dominant matrix? We'll have a square matrix is said to be diagonally dominant in a row if the diagonal element is greater than or equal to sum of the rest entry in that row. Okay, sum of the rest entry. It means if you take the first row, so this will a1 mod a11 should be greater than or equal to mod a12 plus mod a13. Okay, if you take the second row, so your diagonal element a22 should be greater than or equal to mod a21 plus mod a23, and third equation a3 mod a33 greater than or equal to a31 plus a32. So this is called the diagonally dominant property. So before applying the Gauss-Seidel method, you have to make sure the given system of equation is satisfying diagonally dominant property. Sometimes the given system of equation is don't satisfy the diagonally dominant property, so we can shuffle the equation and make sure it satisfies the diagonally dominant property. So this is the given problem. Solve the system of linear equation using Gauss-Seidel method. Okay, so you see the diagonally dominant property. What is that? From the first equation, the 20 is greater than or equal to 1 plus 2. Fine. Second one also, from the second row, 20 is equal to mod 3 plus mod 1. Fine. Third one, mod 20 greater than or equal to mod 2 plus mod 3. So this given system of equation satisfy the diagonally dominant property. Now from the first equation we write the x1, x will be 120 17 minus y plus 2z. From the second equation we get the y. So y also 1 by 20 minus 18 minus 3x plus z. And from third equation, so from the third equation, z equal to 1 upon 20 25 minus 2x plus 3y. So we start with the first iteration. Okay, first iteration. So first iteration, let us have this y0 and z0 equal to 0 initial case. So first formula x1 is the value of x for the first iteration equal to 1 by 20 17 minus y0 plus 2z0. Fine. Okay, so if y0 z0 equal to 0, so we'll have the x1 equal to 17 by 20, so equal to 0.85. Now for x2, not x2, y1, sorry, y1 is the value of y for the first iteration. So we have 1 by 20, fine, minus 18 minus 3, and here we will have the x1, not x0, x1 plus z0. We have not arbitrary value of z, so we write the, so z0, so we write y1 equal to 1 by 20 minus 18 minus 3 into x1. So x1 is 0.85. So if you simplify, so we get minus 1.0275. And for the z1 is the value of z from the first iteration. So it will be 1 by 20, z equal to 1 by 20, 25 minus 2x1 plus 3y1. Sorry, I'm writing here. Okay, so x1 y1 is the value of x and y for the first iteration. So z1 equal to 1 by 20, so 25 minus 2 into x1 equal to 0.85 plus 3, so we have plus 3 into y equal to minus 1.0275. Okay, so if you simplify, we get 1.0109. So we got x1 equal to 0.85, y1 equal to minus 1.0275, and z1 equal to 1.010. So this is the value of xyz for the first iteration. Now for the second iteration, this x1 y1 z1 will be initial approximation. So let us see, we can write for second iteration x2 will be 1 by 20 17 minus y1 plus 2z1. Fine, y1 and z1 are the initial approximation for the second iteration. So we can have 1 by 20 17 minus y1 equal to minus 1.075 plus 2 z1 equal to 1.0109. So if you simplify the value of x2, so we get 1.0025. so this is x2, and y2 and z2, the same way we can find out the y2 equal to minus 0.9998 and z2 equal to 0.9998. okay, so this is the value of third iteration, second iteration, and if you move for the third iteration, so your solution will converge. So if you move for the third iteration, so third iteration, then your x3 is the value of x for the third iteration. So x3 will be 1.0000, and your y3 will be minus 1.0000 and z3 will be 1.0000. So in third iteration your solution converges to 1 minus 1 and 1. Okay, thank you. If you like my video, please like, share and subscribe.